Hi everyone, in this video I would like to talk about pornography and how it's slowly destroying our society. And that I used to have the opinion that pornography was a tool, which it is a tool, and it can be used for good or evil. But in the end, pornography is going to be a sin forever. I've already presented my case over to God and Mary because they're both in charge of heaven, they work together about softcore pornography because it can be viewed as a part of like an art. People are naked in a lot of different art. They think it's artistic. It has some kind of artistic value. And just letting you know that's still going to be considered sin because I put my case out there for it and it's sin. I don't like statues that are naked. I find them really like gross. So that even goes into effect because if you have statues of naked people, it's still a form of pornography. I used to view it as art, but I don't anymore. I view it as a sin. I used to participate in pornography, but I don't anymore because it's a sin. A lot of transgender people are in the sex industry or they do porn because society doesn't really let them do other jobs for the most part, and depending on where you live and where you grow up, it can be very difficult for you to find gainful employment. So a lot of people turn to sin and turn to pornography. And in this country, in America, everyone seems to be addicted to pornography in some sort of way. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say most Americans watch pornography, male or female. I used to watch porn all the time. I was addicted to pornography. Why was I addicted to porn? Because I had a demon inside me the whole time. And this demon is Lucifer. If you watch my other videos, he's now a fallen angel because Satan has been separated from him in my body. So he still caused me to have all these addictions, and one of them was to pornography. And I would think about porn a lot. I think about sex all the time. And if I didn't get that release, that sexual release, in some way, it was like it consumed all my thoughts. It was just the demonic side in me just pressuring me to sin more. That's what they want. They want sin. So any kind of pornography, even if it can be used for good things, like useful to like keep your marriage going or provide um, some kind of assistance in your sexual life, like enhancing it in some ways. But it's all sin and it's all something that should not be. In America, we have porn everywhere. I used to collect porn. Um, I was an avid watcher of porn. I would collect it. I was very specific on what porn I liked. The demon inside of me liked very disgusting porn. Because that's what it is. Demons are just gonna delve. If you're addicted to porn, it just gets worse and worse and worse, and you would know if you watched it. And most people out there have probably seen pornography at some point in their life. And I would say most Americans watch pornography based off of what I know and what God and Mary tell me. So this video is about pornography and its addictions. If you're finding yourself where you have these thoughts on a daily basis or maybe every other day, you're having these extreme like urges to either masturbate or watch pornography, there's probably some kind of demon at play. Demons are everywhere in this world because people forgot that they existed. It's kind of like the vaccine, right? People are getting viruses again and illnesses because they don't take vaccines. They think there's something wrong with vaccines. There's not. Vaccines are a good cure for those medical conditions. But the society's been brainwashed to think that vaccines are bad, even though they have saved the human race in multiple cases from disease. So when it comes to pornography, people are thinking pornography is a good thing. It's not a good thing. I was tricked into thinking it was a good be a form of artwork, but it's just sin, and it just leads down a slippery slope. The more you get into porn, you would know. Some porn just isn't going to cut it, so it just gets the more severe porn, and porn including sodomy, because sodomy is a sin. It's still a sin. I presented my case to God, and we decided to keep it a sin. Why? Because most of the world doesn't have access to the medication and to make it safe, and most of the world does not practice safe sex, and it's unnatural. So sodomy will never be approved. I never wanted it to be approved either, even though I participated in it. My case was, in my body, for us trans women out there, the only way to have sex is through sodomy. But that's still not allowed. And I know from my porn addiction that the demons inside me really love to watch sodomy. So that's why I brought it up again. In any case, if you're finding you have these urges to masturbate or watch pornography, and it's happening frequently, and it's like you can't get it out of your mind until you scratch that itch, it's probably a demon. You probably have some kind of demon interfering in your life. People just forgot that these things are out there and they're everywhere. I used to think demons existed, but only for like a very small amount of people in some far off country. But demons are everywhere, and they're attached to a lot of people without them knowing it. I didn't know it until I died. I thought a lot of these thoughts were my own thinking, but they weren't. So if you're finding yourself that you're addicted to pornography, or you like to view it, go and get checked out for a demon problem. You might have a demon. So go to your local Catholic church, tell them that you have this addiction and you would like to be healed and like to get rid of it. And they can perform a rite of exorcism, or they can just pray for you and it would go away. This demon in me is stuck in me until I die, but your demon might go away. You just never know. So go get checked out and pray and seek deliverance. So thanks for watching this video if you made it this far. If you have any questions or comments for me, just let me know. You can shoot me an email privately at my channel. If you don't want to discuss this in public, I understand. And have a great day. Bye.